Good morning and welcome to day 8 of Advent. The name or the title for Jesus that we're thinking about this morning is the Son of Man. And it's another massively important title for Jesus. In fact, it was Jesus' favourite way of referring to himself in the Gospels. Time and time again, getting on for 90 times in fact, we read Jesus referring to himself as the Son of Man. Now, at first glance, I thought this was a name that revealed Jesus' humanity. Jesus is sort of almost hiding his deity and referring to himself as the Son of Man, so as to not attract attention to himself. And certainly in the Old Testament, that phrase is used of a man called Ezekiel, a real flesh and blood son of another man with a message from God. So this could be referring to Jesus' humanity. But there's another aspect to this title which crops up again and again in Jesus' life, and I think this is to the fore in Jesus' thinking when he refers to himself in this way. We need to go to Daniel chapter 7, another prophecy in the Old Testament. And in Daniel chapter 7, Daniel has had a dream and he writes it down for us, and he says in verse 13, "In my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like a son of man, coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence." What's going on here? In his dream, Daniel is seeing into God's throne room. God is the Ancient of Days. And he sees God sitting on the throne of the universe. And one called the Son of Man approaches God and is led into God's presence. And God gives this Son of Man authority, glory, and sovereign power, Daniel tells us. All nations and peoples of every language worshipped him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed. Now, we could spend ages picking through the details of this and how they are picked up in the New Testament as Jesus goes about his earthly life. But for the sake of brevity this morning, we just need to notice that the Son of Man in Daniel is a heavenly person who is given all of God's authority to judge the world. The Son of Man descends into this world to judge the world at the cross, and then he ascends back to God. Far from just being an expression of Jesus' humanity, the name Son of Man is a claim to divinity, to deity, to godhood. It describes God's chosen king who will judge the world and who will reign forever. That is who was in the manger, the Son of Man.